Growing up in Ghana, toasted sandwiches were very popular and we used to make this in my house a lot. I can say this is one of the very first meals that I ever made, if you can call this a real meal. So good. I've been making this a lot recently and I just wanted to rekindle some memories with you. I don't want to say I am sharing a recipe with you because to me this is so simple. I'm going to be using very simple ingredients, and to start I'm cutting up my scallion. You could also use regular onions. Actually, you can use any vegetable that you really like in this, but I always like to keep it simple. So just some onions and tomatoes in mine and some hard-boiled eggs. So I'm done cutting up my onion. I am transferring it into a bowl. I've set it aside, and my tomatoes, I'm going to remove the seeds before I cut them up. I've sliced my tomatoes, but you can definitely chop yours up if that's how you prefer it. I've added that into my bowl here, and I'm going to add my corned beef. Typically, we would use corned beef, canned tuna or sardine to do this. So whichever you want, you could actually use any meat of choice. You can use chicken that you've cut up or anything like that. It's going to be delicious. So I'm going to mix everything together. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper in here. I'm not going to add any more salt to this because this is corned beef. It is perfectly salted. Adding any more salt, I think, is just going to make my sandwich too salty. I'm also going to be adding some hard-boiled eggs. I actually have 3 of them, and I'm using an egg slicer to slice them. You can definitely chop it up as well. So I'm going to mix my eggs in here, make sure it is well combined with my corned beef and my vegetables, and then I'll set this aside. This is just going to be the filling for our sandwich. Very simple. I'm not going to add anything in here. I like to have it dry, but it's not going to be dry because remember, the tomatoes has a little bit of moisture. Even the onion is going to have a little bit of moisture once it is cooked. So when that is done, your sandwich is definitely going to be a little bit moist on the inside. So I've set that aside. I'm going to apply some butter to my bread slices. So I'm actually putting a lot more butter on the side. That will be the outer part of the sandwich, and just a little bit on the inner part where it's going to receive the filling. You can definitely just do one side and let the side that is buttered be the one that will be outside, so it gets a nice toast to it. So now that all my bread has been buttered, I'm going to go ahead and start applying my filling to it. We all know that great sandwiches are great sandwiches because it has all that good filling in there. But you also want to be mindful of how much you put into these bread slices or into your sandwich, because remember, you are going to use your sandwich maker to press down on it. And if you overfill your sandwich, once you put it in the sandwich maker and try to press it down, some of the filling is definitely going to spill out, and you don't want that. So just put just enough in there. My sandwich maker has been warmed up. It is ready to receive my bread slices. So I have filled them in here. This can make 2 sandwiches at a go. So there we go. I'm going to try to cover it. It is always a little bit difficult because it is bulky, but I've been able to press on it. And you just wait for the timer to go. So it's turned green now, and that is what you want. Your beautiful sandwich is made. This actually cuts your bread up into like triangles. Depending on what kind of bread, you're going to get beautifully shaped triangles most of the time if you use square shaped loaves like the Ghanaian butter bread. This is a very simple sandwich, but you'll be amazed at how delicious it can actually be. all that toasting time in here. It stays in here for a little over a minute and a half, so trust me that the vegetables in here are going to get partially cooked and also just infuse all their fragrances and flavor into your meat and everything. So this sandwich comes out very, very good, and your kids will love to do this with you. You can let them help you butter the toast, one apply the filling, and you, the grown-up, do the actual grilling or making the sandwich, because that toaster is hot. Very simple, but they will love it. So your sandwich maker actually makes your bread into triangles like I said, but it doesn't cut it all the way through. So normally you would want to cut it up so you have your triangles made, and if I used butter bread, it would have been perfect triangles. Just like this, it is ready. Time to just enjoy this. This is normally enjoyed as a breakfast, but also sometimes even on the streets. This is sold so you can enjoy it with some fun ice, fun yogurt, anything like that. I am just going to have it with a cup of tea. Very simple. And yes, you are invited, and I seriously hope you try this. This is so simple. You can use a panini grill if you don't have this kind of griddle, but this is still very easy to find as well. Yes, so good. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you try this. I hope I brought you some good childhood memories as well. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Kwanchua, and making simple, replicable family meals is what truly makes my heart happy, and I hope you subscribe to my channel. Kindly like and share this video, and until I come your way next time with something delicious, be loving, be kind, be happy.